Yo, how's it going? So basically, just going to do a little rundown of the weekly outlook this week for GBP and USD. I'm going to try put a little timestamp in the notes. When it goes to Euro USD, I'll try and make a little note of it here if I can. Let me see where I can write a note. Well, let me see where I can write a note. I don't know. Right, so as I've said, you might have looked at the video that I did, the outlooks that I did this morning. Um, like, what would you say is going to happen? The monthly started. It looks very like that candle, big wick, big body here, big head. So it looks like it's going to push up. Obviously, say like I keep saying, this is my overall target, but when will it get there? You know what I mean? We're going to have a bit of chop and change, aren't we? So we've got like 450 pips a month to that target. What is left? 450. So it might get there this year. Probably not. It's probably going to go up. It's probably going to go up, come down. That's about. But that's like the long-term target. As I say, when it gets to there, if it gets to there next year, I might use that as that's the high of the year. That's what I might be saying. And I might just put a short on there. And I might just, on my personal, obviously, I might just, depending on how it looks, I might just cover that and then just let it ride down. It might take a full year, but if I put £500 on it and aim for this low, it might take a long time to get to there. But if I put £500 on it, that's like £7 there. So we'll see. We'll see what happens when it gets there. I am terrible at swing trading, so probably not. I'm more better intraday. Even doing the weekly outlooks like this, I don't think I'm very good at them, but I do think we're going to keep going up for now. Like this week started, we started bullish. Weekly open there. We've had like the monthly open come down. So is this going to be the low of the month? If it is going to be a bullish month, which I do think it is, we've got targets up here. We've got all this as target. The chance of the low of the month being in the first 2 weeks is very higher than it being in the second. We had bad NFP results the other day, so after them bad NFP results, I would expect it to keep going up. I'll probably take this target out, so that's what I'm looking to do. As you can see, I'm currently in a long up here, so all intraday. I'm currently trading on top step. And you can't do swing trading on top step, but you can trade news and stuff, which is really good. And I traded the NFP the other day, more as like a little gamble and lost like $1,000, but just a more of a fun thing. Top step, it's a monthly subscription, so I always tend to go a bit nuts with them. I probably shouldn't. I trade better when I've paid for like a one-off fee, and then I've got to preserve that because I'm like, well, I've lost that money. Whereas I'm like, well, I'm paying £80 or whatever it is every month anyway, so let's just try and get past. Which I need to get rid of that, but we'll see if I do get rid of that mentality. So for this week, save me waffling. Coming on to the 4 hourly, we've got this chain here. Like this chain has held, and that's what I was thinking coming in. Like, I've had this break structure, it's come and then it's swept this zone here. So I'm thinking, right, will it just carry on going down? Which is a valid, it's a valid, it's a valid argument. Will it just keep going down from here? It could do very well. Or did this push just take all these targets, what it needed out, interact with this imbalance here, which you could argue that could be the thing to go short. That's like a bit of a flip, kind of like a bit of, I'm sure it's a bit, yeah, it's like kind of like an area of, it's not liquidity, but it's like support and resistance. You know what I mean? I've always had a bit of reaction around here, which I sometimes use in my trading, I sometimes don't. Like, I don't use these and get confused. I keep it simple, but obviously I've been trading for quite a bit now. And sometimes I add in little things like this after it's been a while. Like, is it near a point of resistance? Which is like, it is, if you notice this zone here, it's very messy with price. Every time price reacts to this area, this level, it seems to mess around lately. So that could be what caused the initial areas to push. And it has pushed away good, which is why I thought, okay, maybe it won't. It's not like it has kind of chopped up, but we've had a lot of imbalance and a lot of push-ups here. So I've had push, mess about, push, mess about, push, and the push will gonna keep going. That's also another target what I could aim for long term. So that's my theory for this week. I think that could be straight up. We've had ban NFP. That could straight up be the low of the week here. So we'll see. As I say, our weekly outlooks aren't the best compared to my daily. I think my daily is pretty much spot on, isn't it? I might just start doing my daily and then just bang a trade on, which I kind of have today. Like I will break this trade down now. Why I've did this trade. So the reason I took this trade was I would have ideally liked to get on it earlier, but we've had on a minute 15 we've got demand chain here to hold in, we've had break structure, hold in. Now ideally we've had all this. This did hold, which did make you wonder. But I would have probably gotten this because you've had liquidity resting below the zone. And it's just pushed up. But when I've come to the market this morning, I thought, right, well, you got pushed up. You've got demand holding. You've got demand holding on the 15. You've got demand holding on the 15. You've got a target up here, which is a point of liquidity, which is the high of the previous week, which is more than likely to be taken if it's going to be a bullish week. Very high chance of it being taken. Very rare, well, not very rare, but the odds of it being an inside week are low. So this is something that I will be thinking is going to get took if my bias is correct. And yeah, so I just followed the chain up, come to the market like 7:15 this morning. I thought, you know what, I can squeeze 2R here. Do I think this is going to get taken today? Maybe not, probably not. It probably might do. But I'm never certain. You can never be certain with trading. But you've got the demand chain holding, liquidity swept, it's still pushing up. So I thought, you know what, take that, cover that low. 2R, I haven't really got to watch the chart today now, and it seems like it's going pretty good. So I could just hit a 2R here, and that's me done for the day. I'll come back tomorrow. Right, so what are we on now? 8:10. I'm going to switch to Euro now. Right, Euro. I keep saying I don't like it at all. It's in this range still. I'm probably going to be very brief with Euro because it's in this range. But we've still got this target up here, which it looks like it's kind of reaching towards. It's like we've had a bit of an up and down last month. We've had a bit of an up and down. This weekly chop since when's this been? Since June. Since June, we've had this candle, and it's just kind of messed around here. I don't really understand what's happening with Euro. It's not the best. It's quite crap. I don't even want to analyse it to be fair at the minute, but I know a lot of you do trade Euro, so I will. Coming to the daily, as you say, you've got this candle here, which was the 1st of July candle. Definitely candle right now, we just got this high and this low, and then it's just ranged between these, and it's even stuck in the range now. So not the best, but I will be saying bullish just because I want GU to go bullish. And what's going to make it go bullish? We've had this breaker structure here. We've had this breaker structure here, and this demand's held. Ideally, got a lot of liquidity resting above this zone now. So if it does come back down to here, that'd be a good place to trade from if you was looking to go long. But it's just like very choppy. It's very sideways trading, but it's starting to get like a bit of a more of an upward trend. So yeah, we'll see what goes on there. Coming today, kind of the same setup as before. We've got kind of holding reactions in here, a bit of like a cup pattern. I think cups, what do? They go up, and then they go boom. So hopefully that doesn't happen. I at least want to see it take this. Once it takes this, if it does take this, high the previous week, then I'll start to readjust, see what happens, take a sit back. That's what you always want to do. You always want to get a target in mind, like kind of high frame for the day at least. Like obviously on GU, my target's the high of the previous week for today, and it looks like it might hit it. So I want it to hit that, and then once it hits it, that's my target. Done. So then I'm going to wait. I might not take a trade tomorrow if it hits it today. Or I might be like, right, all of those shifting bearish, where would my new target be? It could even be a supply zone, a demand zone, to then trade long from again. And then I might try and trade into that. So he's looking for targets. Like I don't ever trade randomly. I won't ever just put on a random trade and just expect that it will work. I'll always put on a trade with the targets in mind that I think it will hit. Even when I just do a fixed 2R, that'll probably be because it's in maybe a higher time frame FVG. If you ever to see a random trade and you're trying to look it back, I'm like, well, why has he done that? It's just maybe right. I just want the fixed 2R. I'm in an FVG. This FVG could cause a reaction to go bearish or the opposite of the way I'm trading. So I'm just going to do a fixed 2R, and hopefully that doesn't happen in the time being while I'm making my money. So yeah, I'm going to wrap it up at that. Obviously, EU, not a great deal happening today. You could say you're going to go long. It's just very choppy in and out. You could say, but yeah, probably going to go long. To be fair, probably will go long. I'm just not liking the candle structure, and I think GU is a lot cleaner. So yeah, and GU looking like it might hit target. So brilliant. Right, well, I'm going to wrap it up there. And I will try and obviously do a couple more of these a week, get it wrapped up, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.